Hi everyone, welcome to the Crafty Panda. Today I have card number 2 for the Lift Me Up series. So today we are going to be making this really fun and simple shaker card. It's just super fun for the recipient because it's interactive and it's just really simple to create. I decided to make a shaker card and I'll show you how easy it is to make one. Don't be scared to make interactive cards because they can be really fun even though it takes a little bit longer. So let me show you the supplies you'll need. You're going to need this stamp set called Lift Me Up, and I'm using this sentiment right here. And we're also going to be using the coordinating thinlits for it called Up and Away. And if you purchase these two items together as a bundle, you do save an additional 10% off. And also you have till March 31st to take advantage of Celebration, which you can get free products with any purchase of $60 or more. And I really encourage you, there's a lot of fun items in the Celebration catalog. So we're going to be using the two clouds from the thinlits, and we're also going to be using this really fun detailed die right here. This is one of my favorites, and it's also the reason why I got this bundle. So that is the Lift Me Up. And then I'm just going to bring in this stamp set. This is called Balloon Celebration, but I'm only going to be using this cluster of stars just to stamp out my background to give it more texture. And those are the stamp sets that we'll be using. So to save time, I've already gone ahead and die cut my hot air balloon so that this video doesn't last forever. And this is what you get after die cutting it out. I just really like how detailed it is. So that's our piece, and I just wanted to show you that this is a piece of scrap paper that I just trimmed down to fit the die, and when you die cut it out you get the positive, which is the actual die cut, and then this piece is what is called the negative, and we're actually going to be using this. I have here another piece of scrap paper, and I'm just going to lay this on top, and I'm going to use my pencil to trace around the negative. And this is just so that later on when we ink it up, I know exactly where to put that color and where to cut it out after, because we're going to be layering the die cut on top of the inked piece. For my inking, I'm going to be using Distress inks, and these are the colors that I'm going to be using. I have picked raspberry, peacock's feathers, twisted citron, and squeezed lemonade. I'm going to start with the picked raspberry, and before we do that, I'm just going to bring in a scrap piece of paper. I really like the grid pad from Stampin' because when I do messy projects like this, I really like to use this to help me not get so messy. So I'm going to just lightly, in a circular motion, bring in the color. And you don't have to use this tool. This is an ink blending tool. You can use a sponge as well. I know Stampin' Up! Has the yellow sponges that you can use. But I have these on hand, so I'm just going to use this one. So I'm going in circular motions, give you a more blended look. And you want to start off light. If you start right away with harder, like a stronger pressure, you're going to get uneven spots and blotches, and it's not going to blend very well. So you want to start in the outer corner and work your way in, and that's kind of the way I like to blend out my inks. Next I'm going to use the squeeze lemonade. So I'm just going to start from the outer edges again. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. It was really warm the other day, and then it started to just drop in temperature. So I've been kind of sick on and off for the past like couple months, which really sucks because it kind of scares me, because I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why do I keep getting sick? So you can see that when the two colors blend together, it creates another color, which is like orangey, and I really like that. Next I'm going to go in with the Twisted Citron. And I'm just gonna blend that in as well. See, I went in a little too fast, too hard, so there's a little harsh line there. So I'm gonna try to blend that out by using more colors to darken it. Sometimes I feel like making my longer process videos as voiceovers, but I'm not sure how you guys like your videos, if you prefer voiceovers or if you prefer me talking and kind of walking you through it. I'll still be walking you through it in the voiceover, but it'll be a little faster. Like the video will be shorter, so you don't have to, you know, sit and watch like a 30-minute video. So let me know what you guys think. So that is our ink blending, and because I did it with pencil, the pencil lines sort of blended with the ink, so it's kind of it like kind of went away over here. So I'm just going to bring back my negative, and I'm gonna retrace around it. Okay, and I'm going to cut this out with my scissors, and you want to cut slightly inside the pencil line that you drew, just so that when you adhere the die cut, it makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so that is my negative piece, and I'm going to glue this on top, and look how pretty that looks. It's so pretty. I really like the rainbow color effect. So I'm going to use my liquid glue. I like this glue for detailed work because it has a little bit more give when you have to readjust things. So you don't have to put glue everywhere, but just on like the outer edges and then some of the middle parts, so that it's not doesn't come off. So I'm just gonna line that up. I have a little piece that's still stuck in here. I'm just gonna get rid of that and then stick this down. And I'm just burnishing it with my fingers so that the edges don't peel up. And there you go. This is our main piece for the card. So I'm just going to put this aside and show you how to put the front of the card together. So I have here a blue piece of cardstock. You can use Soft Sky from Stampin' Up, but I don't have any blue cardstocks from Stampin' Up. So this is one I do have in my stash. And this is the star cluster that I have, that I've brought in from the Balloon Celebration set. And I'm going to use my Baja Breeze. This is retired. But you can use Soft Sky with your Soft Sky cardstock or any light blue color. I don't have any light blue color except for the retired ones, so I'm really sorry about that. So, but it's the technique that I really wanted to show you. So I'm just going to ink that up, and I'm going to randomly stamp this. I'm just going to bring in my foam piece here so that I get a better image. And I'm just rotating the cardstock so that I get variation. And you want to stamp off to the edges so that it doesn't seem like so clustered inside. You want to make this seem like it's a patterned piece of paper. So that is all that I'm going to do. Okay. Next, to create the clouds, I'm going to use my cloud dies. And you can die cut this anywhere on your card, but I wanted to have my balloon on the edge there, so I'm going to make the clouds out here just so that I can see the shaker components. And these clouds are where the shaker is gonna go. I'm gonna cut off that star cluster, but that's okay. I'm going to use my washi tape to hold that in place. I'm going to die cut this on the side, and I will be right back. So there we go. We have our little windows, and I'm just going to turn that around. And to make the shaker, all you need is a piece of acetate. So I have my acetate here. If you don't have acetate, you can also just use a packaging, clear packaging. That works as well. So I'm just going to put this on top, and I don't want to cut a whole big piece because I don't want to waste my acetate. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my pen to draw around where I want to cut it, so that I can save this piece for something else. And you can totally just cut a big piece to make things easier if you wanted to. So here we have our piece, and I'm just going to adhere this down with my liquid glue as well. So I'm just going around the clouds, and then I'm going around the edges of my acetate. So there you go. So we have our window. Next, we're going to add our shaker component, but we are going to put some foam tape around it first to create a wall or barrier so that the sequence doesn't, so the sequence stays in the place where you want it to. So using this foam tape, I'm just going to go around my clouds. And You want to peel the backing off your foam tape first so that it's easy to bend the tape. And when you outline your window, be sure not to leave any gaps in between, or else the shaker components are going to fall through that gap. So after I've done that, I'm just going to go ahead and put foam tape on the edges of the panel. Okay, so now to add our sequins, you can use any small beads or any sequins that you have. I happen to have these ones from Little Things by Lucy's, and I just store it in this little container. So I'm going to use this green looking one. It was green mix. And we're just going to add some. You don't want to add too much, or you just want to add enough so that it covers the height of your foam tape. You can double up on your foam tape if you wanted to add more sequins, but since I only have one layer of foam tape, I'm only going to use a little bit of sequins. What happens if you put too much? It doesn't shake. It's too crowded in there. Acetate is very staticky, so just want to be careful because things go flying around. Okay, so now that we have that done, we are going to adhere that to our card base. And for our card base, I trimmed a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock in half, and I'm going to just push this on the side there. And I'm going to score this at 4 1/4 to give me a card base. And I'm just going to fold this. I don't know what happened to my bone folder, so I'm just using my hands to press that in. And then we are going to adhere this on top. So the easiest way that I find to glue your card base to your shaker panel is to align the 3 corners, this top edge and this bottom, this long edge right here. So you want to line the 2 edges first. Don't push it down, and then take a look at the top to line up this edge, and then press it down. And then your card will be perfectly on there. So that is our shaker. Alright, so I'm going to stamp my sentiment because I forgot to do that in the beginning, and I always tend to do that. So the sentiment we're using is this one right here, which is 1 sentiment. But don't freak out. What I did is I actually cut my stamp in half. So I just took my scissors and trimmed this off, and this does not affect your stamp at all. You can always piece it back together as it was intended, and I just cut that off because I wanted to use the 2 sentiments separately. So I'm going to mount this on my block and stamp the Hope Your Day is on cloud 9 on the front. I'm gonna use my basic black archival ink, and I'm just gonna ink that up really good. And try to stamp this as straight as I can. So I'm going to line it up and stamp it down. And so that is my sentiment. It's a little bit low, but that's okay. And then on the inside, I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday. Alright, not bad. So that is our stamping done. And to finish this card off, we are going to mount this on with the foam tape again. Okay, so we're almost done. I'm just going to add a little touch of something by adding some twine. This is some green twine that I have in my stash as well. And I'm just going to quickly make a bow. And I'm just going to glue that on top. And that finishes our card. Isn't it cute? I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and tutorial. I will be back with card number 3. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you later. Bye!